department. We feel immense pleasure to work under our GV school management, our respectable correspondent Mr. Anbaragan, our secretary Mr. Amalraj, then our directors Mr. Pichayamuthu and our another director and our department coordinator Mr. Karunakaran and our headmaster Mr. Rajalingam. So we are there to guide and support you. The only thing is you have to support us, that is you have to cooperate with us. So let me introduce myself. I am Mrs. S. Niranjana, MSc B.Ed MPhil in Computer Science. We have two members in our Department of Computer Science. Then our sir, Mr. Balaji, MCA B.Ed in Computer Science. So once again, welcome to our Department of Computer Science. So what is this computer science subject? I have chosen this very wonderful and easy and interesting subject of computer science. You can score very good marks in this subject. So for the past 2 years, we are having computer applications in arts group, then computer science under your maths stream. So we have produced many centum in this subjects of computer applications, and moreover, many students have scored more than 95 marks in these subjects. So you can also score those marks, that is you can get full marks, centum marks. The only thing is you have to understand the concept and support us. So not only mark oriented, that is computer science பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நீங்க பக்கம் பக்கமா வந்து fill பண்ணாதான் உங்களுக்கு marks அப்படின்றது கிடையாது. Just understand the concept. If you produce a correct concept, you can easily score full marks. So not only this marks oriented, you have many interesting facts to know in this computer science. So once again I welcome you to this subject of computer science. Now let us before entering into this subject, let us see some introduction part, or what are your future careers? What can you become after studying computer science? You have many fields of interest. For example, you can become a software developer. Software developer in the sense that you can create softwares for many online games. For example, computer graphics use பண்ணி நீங்க வந்து online games create பண்ணலாம். Or you can become a software developer in online many applications like online shopping, for example Amazon, or you can create antivirus softwares or operating system for your computers. So you can become a software developer. Then you can become a web developer. Web developer in the sense that you can create websites of your own. Then you can create a mobile app developer, or you can become a developer in the sense that mobile applications, even iOS and Android mobiles, you can create applications, many applications in that mobile. Then even in the field of bioinformatics, you can create software for the analysis of gene or DNA or RNA. So you have many fields of interest in this department, that is in this particular subject. It's depend upon your choice of interest in which field you are interested in. So you can select that particular field. So now let us enter into the subject. Can you tell me what is the expansion for computer? What is the term that is COMPUTER stands for? Can anyone tell me the answer? Yes. Now here C stands for commonly, O operating, M machine, P particularly, U used for, T technical, E education, R research. So the term computer stands for commonly operating machine, particularly used in the field of technical, that is and education and research. Not only in these fields, computers are playing a vital role in several fields, that is starting from your schools or colleges, or in banks or railways, your department stores, in the field of weather forecasting, or in the field of medicine. Computers play an important role in each and every field. இன்னும் சொல்ல போனா கம்ப்யூட்டர்ஸ் இல்லாத இடங்களே இப்போ இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இன்டர்நெட், அதாவது உங்களுடைய வாட்ஸ்அப்போ ஒரு ஃபேஸ்புக்கு இல்லாமல் உங்களால் இருக்க முடியாதுன்ற அளவுக்கு we have become now. So this all comes under development of this field of computer science, that is internet and networks. So we are going to learn about all these things in detail. We are going to know about many interesting facts about this networks and internet in our classes, in our subjects. So now, what are the features of computer? We are going to see what are the features of a computer. You can compare a computer with a human being. There are many similarities and dissimilarities between a human being and a computer. You can tell me that a computer is a non-living thing and human being is a living thing. Moreover that you have many other features in this computer. The first one is speed. When comparing speed, computers can perform 3 to 4 million instructions per second in a very fast manner when compared to human beings. Suppose I ask you a question, what is 3 into 4? So you will produce me or you will give me the answer as 12. What is 25 divided by 5? The answer will be 5. So if I ask you what is 3 plus 4 minus 1? So you will give me the answer as 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 minus 1 6. Suppose I give you a problem. What is 25,000 into 50 plus 79 minus 20 into 2,560 plus 69? So will you be able to produce the result for this in a fast manner? No. But computers can produce a result in a fast manner. There is some few fractions of seconds you will get the answer. This is the first feature of a computer. That is, it can produce the result in a fast manner. So coming to the next one, accuracy. Human beings can produce accurate results in the sense that they can give a correct answer, but there are some possibilities to make mistakes in the middle. For example, if you perform a very big calculations, there are possibilities of making mistakes, but computers will give a perfect answer, that is accurate answer, and at the same time in a fast manner. So, depending on these features, accuracy is important characteristics of computer. The next one is reliability. What is reliability? You can depend upon a computer. Computer can perform any wide variety of tasks. That is, even if you give the repeated task again and again, computers will never get bored or tired. But human beings, they will become tired or bored when they do the same work again and again. But depending on this computer, they don't have that problem. So it is reliable. The next is versatility. What is versatility? Computers can perform a wide range of applications in different fields or different areas. For example, you can create a document, that is documentation using Word, or you can create presentation, that is slides using PowerPoint or like that. Then you can, even in the field of medicine, just to log in and log out the information about patients, or then some other fields like in the field of railway tickets, booking of railway tickets. So these computers can play very important role in all these fields, a wide range of applications. So this is the another feature, that is versatility. So next is storage capacity. When considering this storage capacity, computers have more storage capacity. Even human beings have more memory power, but compared to human beings, computers have very high storage capacity, or you can store lots of information in a single pen drive. For example, if you consider a company, that is the employee details of a company or student details in a school, there may be more number of employees, for example 1000 employees. So the information about all that employees can be stored in a single pen drive. So this is far better than storing in a traditional file system. So if you store that files, that is if you record the information in files, it is more tedious job. You have to maintain that records in a safe manner. Moreover, it can occupy lot of space. But regarding that, here storage capacity of computer is better than that file system. So all these comes under the characteristics of features of computer. It is speed, accuracy, reliability, versatility, and storage capacity. From this, can you tell me the advantages of a computer? What are the advantages of computer is? It can produce a very accurate result in a fast manner without getting tired or bored. That is, you can give any task to computer. The only thing, even if errors happen in that, it is also due to human beings. Computers so it can produce more accurate results. Moreover, it is reliable. You can do any sort of works using computers. Even in this, you have some drawbacks like computers cannot think of its own. That is, they don't have creativity like human beings. You have to program the computer to do some tasks. For example, you have seen in many films, that is, for example, Endiran movie எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா அதில் வந்து ரோபோட் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, அது தானாகவே செயல்படுற மாதிரி இருக்கும். பட் we have programmed that artificial intelligence, செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு வந்து அதில் புகுத்தப்பட்டிருக்கு. So it looks like it works on its own. இந்த மாதிரி பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா computers don't have that creativity. We have to supply some intelligence or we have to program it. Then next one, when considering power supply, computers require continuous power supply. You can ask me, we can work with laptop. Even laptops require some energy. For example, it works for 4 to 5 hours, then we have to charge it. So the next one, if you consider, the next one is trained people are required to work on this computer. So those who don't have any knowledge of computers, they cannot work on this computer. So in spite of all these drawbacks or limitations, we have many advantages when using a computer. So before the invention of computers, what were all the machines we had for calculations? There are many inventions, mainly for calculations like addition, subtraction or multiplication. Next, we are going to see the early history. That is, what are all the calculating devices used before the invention of computer. So the first one is the abacus. That is, in 2500 BC, the first known calculating machine used for counting was abacus. It was invented by the Chinese. So abacus was mainly used for addition and subtraction, then for multiplication and division. You could have seen the abacus. The beads will represent the digits and the chords, the string will represent the position of digits. So initially abacus was used for counting, that is for addition and subtraction. Then came Napier's bones in the 1614 AD. Napier's bones was invented by John Napier, a Scottish mathematician. This Napier's bones was mainly used for multiplication. You have several sets of rods in this. Each rod will represent a column in a multiplication table. For example, for a 2 you will be having a column. For 1 to 9 you will be having each columns. That is, they are called as bones here. And a constant rod for 0. So using that you can perform multiplication. So this Napier's bone is mainly invented for the purpose of doing multiplication. Then next is our slide rule. In 1633 AD, slide rule was invented by William Oughtred. So William Oughtred invented this slide is mainly based on logarithms. Here it's mainly used for multiplication and division. You are doing that multiplication and division by repeated addition and subtraction. For example, if I give you a problem 3 into 2, the answer is 6. The same multiplication can be done by repeated addition. That is 3 times 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2. So the answer will be again 6. So this concept is used in this slide rule. That is performing multiplication by repeated addition, and it is based on logarithm. So the next is rotating wheel calculator in the year 1642 AD. Rotating wheel calculator was developed by Blaise Pascal. So Blaise Pascal is a French philosopher, and this rotating wheel calculator is said to be the predecessor of today's electronic calculator. So in the electronic calculator, rotating wheel calculator. Blaise was just 19 years old. The device, when he developed this device, was just 19 years old. So the next is the difference engine in 1822 AD. The difference engine was built by Charles Babbage. So who is Charles Babbage? He is the father of today's computer. So this engine is mechanically calculated mathematical tables. So the next one is Aldrich tabulating machine in 1890 AD. It was designed by Hermann Aldrich, hence the name Aldrich tabulating machine. So what this machine can do is, it can read the information on punched cards electronically. That is, whatever the information punched cards, it can read those information and it can process it electronically. So after these inventions came computers. So what all inventions we have before computer is, first one is the abacus. So it's known as the first calculating machine. Then came Napier's bone for multiplication, and then the slide rule, then rotating wheel calculator, difference engine, and then Aldrich tabulating machine. After this came the invention of computers.
Hello everybody, this is Balaji, your CS instructor, one of the crew member of GV Higher Secondary School. Already you know that education like an ocean. If you want to explore new things or reach your destination, you need some kind of help. That kind of help is our school. Yes. Join with us. Have a trust. Surely we will help you to reach your destination. Okay? Let's make a move. An engineer have a special skill, and every engineer have a special skill. Yes. That kind of skill is known as problem solving. Yes, you are correct. Problem solving skill. Okay? So don't panic. Problem means not only mathematical oriented. In real world also we face some kind of problems. How we can face it? How we can solve it? So that kind of way. That's why I told you problem solving skill. Okay? I explain with an example. One simple example, you will surely understand it. Okay, fine. You want that 2 into 3. It's a given problem. What's the answer? Oh, it's a simple one. 6 is the answer. So in the problem, in the problem, இன்னொரு வேல எப்படி அச்சீவ் பண்றது அப்படிங்கறத பார்க்கலாம். So for example, இது வந்து first way, direct way. So second one method பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா a equal to 2, b equal to 3. I told you a into b. What the results? A. So by a into b means 6 also results. And another approach, a equal to 2, b equal to 3, c equal to a into b. So we can get the result 6. So in the problem we have the same problem na various kind of approach la namme solve pannalam. So this is the way to approach the given problem. Every problem have a solution. So அந்த solution நம்ம எப்படி கொண்டு வரோம் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் முக்கியம். So அது வந்து எந்த வேல நம்ம அப்ரோச் பண்றோம், எப்படி கொண்டு வரோம் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் வந்து ஒரு இன்ஜினியரோட ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டி. So அந்த ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் சால்விங் ஸ்கில்ல பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா எதை வந்து நம்ம பிக் பண்ணணும், இந்த வேஸ்ல எதை பிக் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா we can achieve it. சரிங்களா? இத பிராக்டீஸ் பண்ண வரோம், இது பயந்துக்க வேண்டாம். So ஆல்ரெடி சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் இதுல எது பெஸ்ட் வே, இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை சால்வ் பண்றதுக்கு பெஸ்ட் வே எது அப்படிங்கறத எப்படி டிசைட் பண்றது. So நான் இப்ப சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை எக்ஸாம்பிளா வச்சுக்கோங்க. So someone asking to you, given ரெண்டு நம்பரை வந்துட்டு சால்வ் பண்ணி எனக்கு சொல்லுங்க, மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி சொல்லுங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டாங்கன்னா, so இப்போ எக்ஸாம்பிள் 2 3 சொல்லிருக்காங்க இல்லையா. So ப்ரீடிஃபைன் எலிமெண்டா இருந்ததுன்னா இட்ஸ் a direct method. இதுதான் வந்து பெஸ்ட். இந்த வேல்யூ தாண்டி நான் வேற வேல்யூ கொடுக்க போறது இல்ல அப்படின்னா இந்த ஃபார்முலா இந்த வேவை நம்ம அப்ரோச் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இல்ல அப்படின்னா சோ ரெண்டு நம்பர் சொல்லிருக்காங்க, அது எந்த நம்பர்னு சொல்லல அப்படின்னா இந்த வேவை நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அப்ப a into b, இப்ப a ஓட வேல்யூ இங்க வந்து மாற்றவும் செய்யலாம், சோ இங்க இருக்க மாற்றவும் செய்யலாம். சோ இந்த மாதிரி கொடுக்கிறது வந்து செகண்ட் மெத்தட். சோ unknown எலிமெண்ட்ஸ் இருந்தது அப்படின்னா இத நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். சரி, இது இல்லாம தேர்டா ஒன்னு இருக்கு இல்லையா, இதனுடைய அப்ரோச் பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா வரக்கூடிய ரிசல்ட்ல நான் ஏதாவது அப்டேஷன்ஸ் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சோ நம்ம வந்துட்டு ரிசல்ட் அச்சீவ் பண்ணிட்டோம், இந்த ரிசல்ட் டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி நான் வேற கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ராப்ளத்தை வந்துட்டு சால்வ் பண்ண போறது, இத வந்து வேற கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ப்ராப்ளத்துல அப்ளை பண்ண போறேன் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சேன்னா சோ அத என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படின்னா தேர்ட் மெத்தட நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ணிக்கலாம். சோ இந்த டிசைடிங் ஃபேக்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். சோ இந்த ஸ்கில்ல நாம என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படின்னா நம்மளுடைய சிலபஸ்லயும் சரி, சோ ஹையர் செகண்டரி எஜுகேஷன்லயும் சரி நம்ம கத்துக்க போறோம். சோ we have lot of practice. சரிங்களா? சோ அதனால பயந்துக்க தேவையில்லை. சோ நாம வந்து ஈஸியா இத அச்சீவ் பண்ணிடலாம். சரிங்களா? Okay, bye. Hello everybody, this is R Balaji. Once again I wish you to all for your successful career. end of every computer session you will receive 2 riddles. Try to solve it. It will help you to improve your problem solving skill. If you found the answer, please text to me into the existing WhatsApp number which is available at WhatsApp group. Okay, it's time for riddles. So first one, what is the number of the parking spot covered up by the car? So ஒரு கார் பார்க்கிங் லாஃப்டில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா சம் சீரீஸ் ஆஃப் நம்பர்ஸ் வந்து எழுதியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதில் ஒரு இடத்துல மட்டும் ஒரு கார் வந்து அந்த நம்பரை மறைச்சி பார்க் ஆகிருக்கு. ஸோ அது என்ன நம்பர் அப்படிங்கிறத நீங்கள் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ஸோ இந்த சீரீஸை நீங்கள் அப்படியே ரீட் பண்ணிங்க அப்படின்னம்னா, நம்பர் சீரீஸை பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாக இதை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணிடலாம். ஸோ லெட்ஸ் ஹாவ் அ ட்ரை. ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட் பசில். ஸோ அடுத்த ரிடில் அப்படியே பார்த்துடலாம். விச் நம்பர் ரீப்ளேசஸ் த கொஷின் மார்க்? ஸோ இப்போ உங்கள் ஸ்க்ரீனில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா ஒரு டிஃபைன்டு ஃபார்மேட்டில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா நம்பர்ஸை நம்ம டிஸ்பிளே பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ அதில் ஒரு இடத்துல மட்டும் ஒரு நம்பர் மிஸ் ஆகிருக்கு. ஸோ அதை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணணும் நம்ம. ஸோ இந்த நம்பர்ஸுக்கு பிட்வீனில் என்ன ரிலேஷன் அப்படிங்கிறத நீங்கள் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா, ஸ்டடி பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா ஈஸியாக இந்த கொஷின் மார்க் இருக்கிற இடத்துல என்ன நம்பர் வரும் அப்படிங்கிறத ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணிட முடியும். ஸோ இட்ஸ் அ சிம்பிள் ரிடில். கொஞ்சம் அந்த பேட்டர்னை ஸ்டடி பண்ணிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னம்னா ஈஸியாக இதை சால்வ் பண்ணிடலாம். ஓகே, இட்ஸ் டைம் ஃபார் சைன் ஆஃப். இட்ஸ் யுவர் பாலாஜி. ஸோ நாளைக்கு மீட் பண்ணலாம். டேக் கேர். பை பாய்.